Hey loves, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome and thank you for joining my beautiful family. If you are a regular, a day one supporter, thank you so much for coming back to show your girl some love and support. And if it is your first time coming across this channel, hit the subscribe button, like this video, and leave a comment down below. Today we are going to be talking about my teeth. As you guys know who follow me on socials, I flew to Istanbul, Turkey to get my veneers done. So if you guys want to get more info about the procedure and everything smile related, then keep on watching. So let's get into the story, guys. So essentially, I am someone who has never been really insecure about my teeth. Always loved the structure of my teeth. However, I did struggle with a little bit of insecurities via discoloration growing up, and that's something that I've carried into my adulthood. So I've always been consistent with my dental checkups, and I tried teeth whitening. However, I didn't feel it was worth it because the results weren't as drastic as I would have liked. Hence why I then concluded with getting veneers. I decided to get veneers. I consulted with a doctor in SA. I felt like they were a little bit overpriced or out of my budget, I should say, because the work is absolutely stunning, but they were out of my budget, and I completely even forgot about going on that journey. It's something I put on hold until it made sense financially, until my mom brought it up last year that she wants to get her teeth done. So we agreed that it's something we would get done together, hence why then we started a discussion with Prime Dental Turkey. So how the process works of consulting for getting your veneers done internationally or your crowns done internationally. So we first set up a WhatsApp call, Zoom call with Prime Dental, where we do introductions and we show them our teeth online on Zoom, and they basically have a look and see what it is that they can quote us on roughly. But before getting the quote, you are then asked about any previous work that you've had done on your smile, of which we hadn't except for whitening. And then they also then ask for pictures to evaluate the severity of your case. So we had to do it was so weird, like GIFs or GIFs where you're like biting, they want to see your bite test because some people need like jaw alignment and they see side profiles, etc. So essentially, we then signed off the deal. I mean, I think this conversation started in Jan, and by March we were out of here. We did not waste any time when it came to getting our teeth done. So I'm just going to go into detail about what it is that I got done, what it is that my mom got done, the costing of it as well, and then we can jump into the Q&A. So I got 20 Emax laminate veneers, which are also porcelain veneers. This is a high quality material, and the reason why I opted for this is just to stay away from things like having complications on my teeth cracking or constantly having to get them fixed, because that does happen, and these are said to last from 15 to 17 years, so they are the longer lasting material. I got these in the shade BL1, which is the whitest shade, and there was one more piece of thing I wanted to get for you. Oh yes, the shape I went for is a natural and softened style. Natural style softened, because that was the natural shape of my teeth. And mind you, when I decided to get my teeth done, I said in my consultation and on arrival that I don't want anything that is far off from my teeth. I love the structure, so let's keep it mihlali, let's just get more alignment and brighter. That was the objective. So then my mom's teeth, my teeth cost $5,800. My mom's teeth cost $5,100. She got the zirconium crowns, 16 of them. So what this package includes is pre-operative tests and checkups, aftercare post-op instructions, as well as a checkup. We get a 5-night hotel accommodation, which includes breakfast. So anyone who does go get their teeth done with Prime Dental Turkey, your package does include the accommodation as well as your breakfast for the duration of your treatment. You get a VIP transfer from the airport to the hotel. The shuttles were really great. The drivers were very punctual, so I thoroughly enjoyed that. And it takes the stress away, especially when you're traveling in a foreign country. You get personal assistant, which is reachable 24/7. So if you have a toothache at night, you can literally text or call someone and explain what you're feeling, and they'll see if you then need assistance. This covers all extractions, broken or infected tooth repair, as well as an x-ray. It's very important to get an x-ray prior to getting this procedure done, because you need to know what is going on deep inside your teeth. If you are someone who needs fills, if you are someone who has a tooth that is cracked going all the way down into your gums, you don't want to be working on top of that. That can cause complications later on. So that was essentially our agreement with Prime Dental. So my part of the procedure was a trade exchange, because I'm the influencer, I'm the content creator, and this whole thing. So I was like, I'm happy to get a free set of teeth and, you know, create content for you guys. However, bear in mind, they don't cover the cost of flights, and because we extended our stay and we also went to Istanbul, that was all on our account. I love the fact that you get checked up properly and thoroughly prior as well as after, and it's very, very important to go in for your post-op checkup, guys, because sometimes you'll find that there might be a piece of glue left on your teeth or a little bit of filing that needs to be done, and thorough bite tests need to be done as well to ensure that you feel comfortable biting and talking with your new teeth. So I hope that gives you guys all the details that you need about my teeth. Let's get into the Q&A part of it, because I want to make sure I answer all your questions. So the first question is from Nina, and she asked, did they have to shave down your original teeth to fit the veneers on, or how does it work? Yes, they do. So the shaving depends on how severe your case is. So for example, if you have a completely crooked tooth structure, then they have to shave a lot of your teeth off, because they need to basically create and mold a whole new shape in your mouth. Sometimes they even have to do, what is it called when they implant? Yes, they implant a tooth by putting a screw in and molding the tooth in the correct area. However, if someone who has perfectly aligned teeth already, like I did, then they don't need to shave off a lot. They honestly didn't shave a lot of my tooth off at all, but something does have to be shaved in order for the veneers to be placed on. So yes, there was shaving done. But with all shaving and all the work that is being done, you are numbed, which is a very long injection. I think I got 8 at the top and 8 at the bottom, because I got 20 teeth worked on. And honestly, the injections can be a little bit overwhelming because of the size of the needle, and you can feel the anesthesia penetrating through your gums, which is a bit tingling. But I would rather that than dealing with my teeth being filed while I'm numb. I don't even think that's legal. That could be excruciating. Next question. How long does it last? As I mentioned, can last 15 to 17 years or even longer. This honestly depends on how well you take care of your teeth. And I'm sure there will be a question here that will allow me to get more into detail about aftercare. The next question is from Actually Bahle. Does coffee stain them? No, it doesn't. Honestly, the thing is with having veneers is, it's also like having teeth, right? Everything that you do, you need to do in moderation and in consideration. But considering how bright your teeth are, I don't want to mislead you with information. I do feel like it would take a lot of coffee and wine consumption to take your teeth back to the color they were before, even make them worse. And also, there are ways to prevent your teeth staining. Like for example, you have a cup of coffee. It's either you quickly use a mouthwash to freshen, like a whitening mouthwash, or you brush your teeth. And also, there's certain beverages when you just got out of op that you can't have. Like when you're still getting your teeth worked on in those 5 days that you are in Turkey, you can't be having red wine, because now you're gonna stain the teeth that are being worked on underneath as well, you know, which is gonna disrupt your entire process. I hope I'm making sense. But yeah, essentially, too much of anything is bad. So you could end up damaging your teeth if you overconsume things that are gonna stain your teeth regardless. Next question is by Lisa Gahlomo. What did you do? I got Emax laminate veneers, 20 of them. Esona is asking, do you use normal toothpaste or specific ones? So I use whitening toothpaste, and my dentist recommended that we use toothpaste with fluoride in it. So I'm still using the Colgate, the red one, the whitening one, or I use White Glow. I'm obsessed with White Glow toothpaste, the black, the charcoal one. Those are my two options. If you are someone with more sensitive teeth, then use Sensodyne. What made you do it? As I mentioned earlier on, it was just like a personal preference thing. I'm obsessed with teeth. I've always loved teeth. I've taken pride in my dental hygiene and oral hygiene and everything. I didn't hate my teeth. I just wanted them to be perfect. So that's why I did it. And yeah, I'm so happy. Was the procedure sore? This question is by Shomla. The numbing process is painful, yes, and I did experience some pain after. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Oh my gosh, the pain I experienced after the filing when I got my temps in. So what they do is they file your teeth and then they put temps in. So day one you're filing, they put temps in. You go out, you have your day, you can eat, but you're only eating soft goods. You are only consuming things that are room temperature, not too hot, not too cold. And I really suffered because it was extremely cold. I don't think doing your teeth in the winter is a good idea because you're so sensitive, as in when you're breathing with your mouth you feel a sharp pain. But luckily my mom carried some Mepridol, which really helped us. And then another day I experienced a lot of sensitivity is the day I actually went in to get my teeth done. Yes, they numb every single time they do something on your mouth. So with the filing they numb, with the implantation they numb. However, the pain after they put those teeth in, because we went to a market, but it was so worth it. So yeah, was it sore? You do experience pain, not during the procedure, but after, when the numbing wears off, you feel the pain. This answers your question as well. Were they ever sensitive, especially after the procedure? 100%. How much does it cost including the flights? Let me tell you something. I can only tell you about the cost of the teeth, the procedure itself, because the cost of flights fluctuates, right? And also everyone's budget depends. Like if you, some people will fly economy, some people will fly business, some people will fly first class. So I can't sit here and speak on costing of flights, and also the prices of airlines also differ. So please can you look into that rather than me speaking on it. How long does the procedure take to get them done? Was it one go or do you have different sessions? Mandisa, thank you for asking this. You certainly have different sessions. My teeth were basically done in the matter of 4 days. So first day shaving, second day is actually the day. Was it the second or third day? Second day, I went in for my teeth to get put in. Yes, I went in for a try-on. Second day was supposed to be a try-on, but I was so happy with them. I was like to my doctor, stick them on. So he stuck them on. The third day, I went in for a checkup. And then the last day, being my fourth day, I then went in for my filing and my x-rays. But my mom's did take longer. The entire 5 days were there. She was being attended to. So it really just depends on the severity of your case. Amahle is asking, I'm going to answer this because it's actually quite funny. Did you not feel like they were bigger than usual, especially when you trended? Absolutely not. So the process of getting your teeth done, guys, it's not like they put you to sleep, you have your smile, and then you wake up with a new smile. You monitor the entire process. You go in for a try on, you see how much they shave, you approve every single step of the procedure. So there's no way that you can walk into a dental clinic, agree to what they've molded for you. They bake the teeth in the oven for like 24 hours before they put them on you. You sit there, they give you enough time to try on your teeth, smile, walk around, ask people, FaceTime your family to see if you're happy, and you give them the go-ahead to stick them on. So if you feel like your teeth are too big, then you wouldn't agree. I was extremely happy with my teeth, hence why I said yes, stick them on. So the opinions of people online honestly didn't matter to me, and they still don't, hence why the smile is still beaming. Like, I'm so happy with my teeth, guys. Like, there's nothing anyone can tell me to make me feel some type of way. I know my teeth are stunning. And if you want to do your smaller girl, go ahead. The contact details are in the description box. Okay, next question. Can you please do a before and after? Share it on the screen. How does it feel having the new teeth in? Is it comfortable? I really love this question. Thank you so much for Kyla for asking this. So the one thing that people don't tell you about doing your teeth, and I was actually saying this the other day on my close friends, is that it takes time to getting used to. There's been times where I've noticed that like I'll be shooting content, and if I smile for too long, I almost have to do this to close my mouth because it feels like I'm wearing a gum guard, sabu, like, I don't know, not to say that my teeth are heavy, but it's just the adjustment of the work that's been done, maybe the what is it called? The after effects, you know, like when you, what is it called? When you, after you get a procedure, it's like there's after something. Side effects of the anesthesia. Yes, thank you, Reggie. It could be something like that. So I don't know. Sometimes I feel like my mouth sometimes gets stiff in a position and I have to bring it back. Another thing is I've noticed I'm still learning how to mouth my words. Like sometimes I catch myself talking like this and it's not cute. So I'm still learning. So yeah, that's just part of the recovery. Unfortunately, I've even seen some people have like jaw shaking issues and stuff like that, but it's normal apparently after you get your teeth done. So yeah, but I mean, it's not uncomfortable, there's no pain, it's just getting used to having like this foreign object in your mouth. How long does it take to heal after the procedure? This is from Yondi. Honestly, I was fine by day 5. I could eat anything. I was no longer in pain. I had normal sensitivity, so it was pretty quick. Are they high maintenance? What is your dental routine compared to before? This is the question I've been waiting for. Thank you, Alda. This is going to be me speaking on the post-op care. So, veneers are a lot of work. They are a lot of work. I'm not gonna lie to you. I mean, having teeth is a lot of work, and there's obviously a lot of things that we are told to do by our dentist that we don't necessarily do because we don't listen. For example, you need to floss every night, brush your teeth minimum twice a day. And I find that with veneers, they say flossing every night, but honestly, you need to basically floss after every meal. Brush your teeth twice a day, and if you are someone who is on the go, it would be ideal to carry a small mouthwash if you cannot floss, because you will get particles of food stuck in your teeth and you don't want that. And you also don't want to leave bad bacteria in your mouth lingering that could potentially lead to an infection or lead to veneer breath, as they say. So you do become a little bit more paranoid about your oral hygiene, and obviously things like scraping your tongue is very important, and you should be doing that with or without veneers. But yeah, you become more paranoid, and it's just like you have this foreign thing in your mouth that you have to take extra care of. And I mean, you should be taking care of your teeth regardless, but the aftercare is a little bit more intense, because remember, this is an object that's been glued onto your tooth, meaning that if you do not clean it properly, you're giving room for bad bacteria to penetrate between your tooth and the actual object, which then can cause infections. Next question. Sana, how explain the process of how they stick it onto the actual tooth? Good question. So Matapelome. So Matapelome asked, why go to Turkey? Are they better at this than SA? How much did you spend on the procedure? Let me be honest with you guys. The prices have already been mentioned, right? Honestly, the reason why I went to Turkey is because there's only one dentist in South Africa that I trusted to do my teeth. Only one. Dr. Smile. And he knows, and everybody knows, that I have been going to him. And at the time I'd asked for a quote, which was 2 or 3 years ago, it was out of my budget. And considering the level of craftsmanship and how much he has perfected his skill in getting his teeth done, I'm not saying anything about the doctors now in this day and age. There probably are other doctors who are very good at it. I felt like and still feel like he's one of the best. So whereas they have been doing these procedures for years. They are masters at the game of cosmetic procedures. So it's like, if I'm going to get something done, and instead of looking for a more affordable option in a space where I know that there aren't a lot of experts at it, why not go to an environment where they are experts and I could potentially find someone and a space that is within my budget? that's the only way I can put it. So it just made sense to go to Turkey. I mean, Turkey is known for restoring people's hairlines. If you want to get a BBL, if you want to get a gastric bypass, tummy tuck, yonke into bayenza, and bayenza very, very well. So it just made sense for me to go get my teeth done in Turkey. And even outside of that, I had some business opportunities that side that I also had to attend to, so I was killing two birds with one stone. I'm gonna wrap it up over here. The questions are pretty repetitive about sensitivity, and I feel like I've answered everything with regards to that. And I've also received a lot of compliments on my smile. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate it. I'm extremely happy. And just to sum it up, no sensitivity anymore, 100% heavy. They don't feel unnatural, they don't feel heavy. I'd like to think I don't have bad breath. So I highly recommend Prime Dental Turkey. They have exceptional service, and I really enjoyed my trip to Istanbul, Turkey and Izmir. So yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching this video, and thank you for all the positive comments regarding to my new smile. Check out Prime Dental if you're interested. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. I'll see you guys next time. Is it me or is it you? Me or you? Time for this, so I die for this.